Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to new project day. So, excuse the woolly hat, it's -2 outside, and according to the weather app on my phone, it's supposed to be -9 with a wind chill factor. So, it's absolutely Baltic out there, and it's not much warmer in the workshop, to be honest. I've had the space heater on all morning waiting for this car to turn up. So before we get out and take a look at it, I just want to give you a little bit of background. So I didn't actually win this car. My brother did. I think it was like the 28th or 29th of December he won it. And I didn't know nothing about it. I just got a notification through my emails from Copart to turn around and say, congratulations, you've won lot number, blah, blah, blah. I thought, I've not been on a car. So I had a little look in the watch list and see that we'd won it. So I clicked on it and see what the car was. And I was well chuffed, I've got to be honest. He won it for a really good price. The ERV on the car is probably about right for what it is as well. The damage on the pictures looks absolutely minimal. And it's just really excited to get it delivered. So today's the 3rd of January, I think Friday the 3rd of January. Darren's literally just dropped it off outside. I've drove it in the workshop 2 minutes ago, jumped in the office to make this video with you guys, and now we're going to walk around it together and take a look. So let's roll the titles and let's go and have a look. And here we are, folks. You can tell straight away by that number plate, it's a 2019 Fiat 500 Lounge. And because it's obviously a 2019, it is, of course, a facelift. So it's quite a late car. I think one of the newest ones we've had. We've had a couple of 19 plates, including this one, and a 69 plate. So let's take a little walk around it together then. So it doesn't look like to be any bumper scuffs on the passenger side. Don't look like to be any around the back there. Or around that side, that's all good. We'll have a look in the boot, that's what we've got in there. This should have the sludge. Yeah, nice. So the sludge is missing, the pump's missing, and I think there might be a towing eye missing as well. I can't remember if you get one or two of these, because one I'm sure is longer than the other for the front and the back. Parcel shelves in it, that's handy. But that pump and the sludge is probably going to cost us about 40 quid. But it's not too bad. So we'll just have a little look down the side of it. Obviously, it's going to be hard to see if there's any marks on it until we get it clean. If there is any scratches, they'll polish out. But looking down the side, I don't know if the camera's making that out. Okay. I can't see any car park dings. So we'll have a little look at this rear tyre. That's not brand new, that one. Continental. Oh, smashed my shoulder on the lifting frame. We'll have a look at the front driver's side as well. There's a couple of little curve marks on that, but nothing major. That's probably about half tread on that, another Continental as well. So you can probably tell already. I'll show you the damage straight away, I won't mess about. There you go. It's missing the front bumper. So I reckon this has been assessed by the insurance company and they've written it off, because the chances of this bumper actually being ripped off completely in an accident with no bolts or anything or bits of the bumper there is very, very slim. So I reckon that's been unbolted and removed by a damage assessor or a body shop, and they've written it off. But we'll go right around the car anyway. We'll have a little look. So that tyre's all good. It's got one key. Don't know what that means, unless it's just the guy's initials at Copart. The pickup date on this car was the 10th of December, so it's not been that long since it had an accident at all. Obviously, being the lounge, it's got a panoramic roof. We'll go around the back actually. We'll have a look down this side. Again, I don't know if the camera's making that out. I can't see any car park dings along here. Can't feel any either. Obviously, it's a bit hard to tell. It's dirty, but we will give it a clean. Another Continental tyre that's virtually brand new. And then, again, this front one, this Continental here, it's not got much life left in that, if I'm honest. That's I'd say probably about 3/4 of the way worn. But once we clean this up, we have a look on the outside of it, get a tell a bit better. What I have noticed, it looks fairly worn on the outside. So I don't know if that's a tracking issue or possibly they've had the tyre underinflated for a while, been driving around on it underinflated. It's got a bit of curbing around the edge there, which I see how much money's in this car. I might get that refurbished, to be honest, because it's a 19 plate, so it deserves to have obviously decent condition wheels on it. But what I might do actually, I might put the back wheels on the front of this car because the tyres obviously are like brand new, and obviously we're in winter now, so we want to have decent tyres on it. So I might swap this tyre. Yeah, I don't know. I'll see. I'll see what the figures are, and then we'll see. So you can see the wing has been mullered. That's not going to repair, so that'll have to be replaced. Headlight tab, yeah, that's gone. The headlight tab. I'm hoping the light's okay, to be honest, and it's just a repair kit because they're about, I think about 90 or 110 quid each, around about 100 quid each. So, horn looks okay. Crash bar. Think. Oh, excuse me. I just had a cup of tea and I keep burping. I think that crash bar. If I can just zoom in properly there. Look at that one. And look at that one. I think it's been missed. I don't think that's actually been hit. I think the end of this is just caught. Ah, there you go, look. Bottom crash bar has been dinked. So we'll replace that. I've got one up on the mezzanine floor, so that's not a problem. Yeah, we'll replace that. It's funny how it's been bent there, but the impact is this side. Possibly the forklift from Copart? No, because it'd land on the bottom of that, wouldn't it? Who knows? Right, let's take a look inside, and I'll show you one of the reasons why my brother bid on the car. Check out the mileage on this. You ready? 13,351 miles from new. That's the reason he bid on it. So I've already looked at the mileage history on this car, like the MOT history, sorry, and I wouldn't be surprised, obviously I can't confirm this until I apply for the logbook, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's a one owner car, and I'm only basing that on the fact that on its first MOT I think it had done about 6,000 miles. On its second MOT I think it had done about 9,000 miles, and then recently I think it had done about 10 or 12,000 miles, something like that. But the mileage seems consistent. Normally if they change owners, you find that, you know, the first owner would have done 3,000 miles a year, the second owner would have done 8,000 miles. So I'm hoping it is just a one owner car. The seats all look nice and clean. They're not all stained up. I don't know what that is. Yeah, so I reckon that floor mat, I reckon that's from when that's been to the damage assessors, the insurance place or body shop, sorry, and that, you know, for assessment. Rear seat looks all nice and clean. I do like the interiors on these facelifts. I think just that slightly different stereo and more importantly the steering wheel, I think looks a lot nicer than the pre-facelift ones. But then obviously you pay a bit more of a premium for it. Have a look around the passenger side, just catching that wing a little bit. Door cards all look okay. Look, you can see it's had a dash cam up there actually. Look at that. So, do you know what? I had a dash cam. We took it out of the Mint Lounge, the 64 plate one we sold a little while back. I can't remember the name of it now, what that car was. But I had a bloody dash cam and I binned it. I should have kept it because I could have put that on there as a little selling feature. But yeah, it's a little bit dirty on the carpets, which is going to be with the guys getting in and out of Copart. But I mean, look at them seats. They look spotless. I might not even have to take them out, you know. I reckon that carpet is in such good condition and the seats that they'll clean inside, in situ. So as long as they're not too dirty, yeah, I reckon they'll clean in situ. So that's what I'm going to do with them. They're not stained or marked up or anything. There's a little mark there. I don't know if the camera's making it out, but they'll clean in situ. I might take them out, I'll see. Moment of truth. Nope. No service book, no handover pack, but we have got a bag of... Oh, that's handy. It's the bumper fixings. Yeah, it's the bumper fixings, that's handy. So again, that tells me 100%, yeah, front bumper, there we go, written on it. That tells me this has definitely been to a body shop. Oh, brilliant, look at that. Locking wheel nut key. That's just saved us 25 quid. Yeah, so that tells me this guy's has been to a body shop, it's been assessed, and they've deemed it a write-off. Now, I'm not going to tell you what the ERV was on this car, but what I will tell, what I will tell you, it was more than 8,000, but less than 10,000. So you can sort of draw your own conclusions to that. So based on them sort of figures, how can they write this car off for what looks like at the moment? We'll have a look under the bonnet in a sec. But it drove in here okay. Admittedly, I've only drove it 50 foot. It drove in here okay. At the moment, it looks like they've written it off for a lower crash bar, a headlight, obviously the front bumper and all the ancillaries and that, and the wing. Now, I know a wing cost me about 45 quid from Prasco, plus getting it painted. I know what a bumper cost me, and I've added up all the trim and everything already, so I know exactly what them parts are going to cost. We'll have a quick look under the bonnet, just to make sure that front panel ain't gone back, but I don't think it has, if I'm honest, guys, because if you look at that gap all round here, and then look at it all round here, it's all uniform. Usually if that front panel goes back, it takes obviously the bonnet catch with it, and it distorts the bonnet, and this is usually out of line here. But I could be talking a load of old crap, but we'll have a little look and see. Right. Just pop you guys up. Right. A lot of the new facelift ones don't tend to come with the soundproofing. I don't know why, but this is, I think, the third one we've had now with no soundproofing. So we'll have a little look in here. Actually, let me get a torch, guys. There we go. Right. That's a bit worrying, seeing that fluid there. Don't know what that is. We'll have a look at that once we start taking the car to pieces. I can tell you now straight away, there's no way the cam belt's been done on this car, because that sticker ain't been pulled back, and it's only done 13,000 miles, so why would it? You can see there the coolant is on minimum. So I'm just trying to look down there to see if that front panel's moved back. I don't think it has. If you look at the gap between the fan and the exhaust heat shield, that pipe at the bottom there, that rubber pipe, the coolant goes onto the radiator, that looks to be about the right shape. This all looks to be about the right shape here. Yeah, you can tell there on the headlight, guys, that tab's knackered, that tab snapped off, and that tab snapped off. As long as the rest of that headlight's okay, I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm going to be 100% honest with you, I'll put a repair tab on that, I'll put a repair tab on that, and that one if it needs it. As long as the back of the headlight's okay, I'm not going to replace it just for the sake of that little lug that normally hooks in there. You know, what's the point in adding another 100, 110 quid to the cost of the car just for that little plastic tab? It does nothing at all. This, and this one here are the ones that hold that in place. So as long as that's okay, I'll put a headlight repair kit tabs on that, and that one I'll just cut off. Neat. Look around the back. Everything looks to be okay under there, I've got to be honest. The oil filter looks really clean. Obviously, once we get it up on the ramp, we'll be able to tell properly. But first impressions, well chuffed. I'll just drop the bonnet down a little bit so that it don't bounce when I put it onto the ramp. So yeah, that's the walk around of that. I've not got a project name for it yet. I'll give you the project name on the next video. But I'll take a little look at the number plate. So I suppose a lot of people would call that Project Pig or something like that. But as you know, I get all the names for the cars from the TV series Stranger Things. So we'll see what we're going to call this one in the next video. But first impressions, well chuffed, over the moon. For what this car is, I'll tell you now, guys, for what this car is, this is going to be a cheap car. And that, you know, cheap car. So this would probably be on a car site, I reckon around about eight and a half grand with 13,000 miles on it, if it wasn't obviously a category N. So we're going to sell this cheap for what it is. So there you have it then, folks. The latest addition to the JT500 fleet. Feel free to leave a comment and let us know what you think we paid for the car. Let us know what you think of the car. I reply to all the comments, as you know. If you do watch the channel but you don't subscribe, please click the subscribe button. It helps the channel get out to more people and it gets the numbers up, which is what we want at the end of the day. If you do like the video, give it the thumbs up. Share it with anyone you know that might be interested in it. And I say we'll try and get them numbers up if we can. So we'll leave this video here. Thanks very much for watching. Look after yourselves. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.